Hi, Winry and Alphaeus. This is Nanny Suzanny, and it's Saturday night, and we're doing the Animal Kingdom. So tonight, we're going to look at who's the biggest. Whoa, look at those. So we've got 6 different animals to talk about tonight. So we have the African elephant. It is the largest land animal. The biggest one on record ever weighed as much as 16 cars, or about 200 people. Isn't that amazing? Elephants also have the longest teeth and the longest nose. It's a good thing because Nanny's nose is fairly long, so I'm glad an elephant is longer than mine. And what do we call their nose? Oh, you know this. What is that called? It's called a trunk. And there are 2 tusks, which can be as long as 11 feet. Do you know how long 11 feet is? It's about 2 nannies. If I stood one on top of the other, that's 11 feet. That's how long those tusks can be. Wow. And you know what they are? They're really overgrown front teeth. You can imagine your front teeth here, and they just keep growing and growing and growing, and all of a sudden they're sticking out of your mouth like, whoa, right out there. Wouldn't you look funny? You'd have a hard time going into the bathroom. You'd be like, oh, and you'd keep bumping into the wall with your long, overgrown teeth. That would be a challenge. So, the next one is the ostrich. Remember we covered the ostrich the other night? Do you remember Nanny read? The ostrich is a silly bird with scarcely any mind. He often runs so very fast, he leaves himself behind. But we talked about how fast an ostrich can run. But it can often grow to a height of 9 feet. And you know what? If you put Alphaeus on top of Daddy's shoulders standing up, that would be how tall an ostrich can grow. That's really tall. Though ostriches are birds, do you remember? Did I tell you how high an ostrich can fly? 0. It can't fly. They have small, useless wings. Since some of these giant birds weigh as much as 2 people, they would need extra strong wings to get in the air. Now we're going to look at this one here. Look at that. That is the heaviest insect in the world, is called the Goliath beetle of Africa, which weighs as much as a small apple. A beetle weighs as much as this apple. That's a big beetle. And it grows to a length of 4.5 inches. Do you know how long that is? That is, Nanny Suzanny. So this is 1 inch, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 inches. A beetle can grow that long. Oh, that gives me the EBGBs, the Goliath beetle GBs. And it grows, okay, it has horns on its head and can fly. Annie doesn't want to be around a Goliath beetle from Africa. Its hard, thick outer shell is like armor. Goliath beetles have been known to crash right through a window pane. I'm sure glad I don't live in Africa. And do you know about another Goliath? Remember that David the shepherd boy fought against the big Goliath? And he struck him down. Do you know how tall that Goliath was? Well, some people say that he was about as tall as Daddy, And then other people say that he's over 9 feet tall. So that's like putting Alphaeus on Daddy's shoulders again. And that person would be the size of the Goliath that fought against King David. That's tall. And David was just a shepherd boy. But boys, he knew the Lord. And he put his trust in the Lord. And the Lord gave him the smartness and the ability to take down Goliath, because he wasn't very nice to God's people. So the next one is called, it's the biggest animal that ever lived, is still alive today. It's the female blue whale. Blue whales can weigh as much as 20 elephants. Do you remember over here it said that elephants can weigh as much as 200 people or 16 cars? So the blue whale, as much as 20 elephants, could be like 4,000 people. That's how heavy this whale is. They have hearts about the size of a small car. So remember Nanny's little Cooper? That's about the size of their heart. The whales live and swim in the ocean. They are mammals, not fish, for they eat tiny shrimp-like creatures called krill. And after this video, you can ask Mummy to show you a little video about a whale. It's a fun little video. You're going to love it. So the next thing is the biggest fish is the whale shark. It can grow as long as 60 feet and weigh about 22 tons. 60 feet. Do you know how many Alphaeuses that is? If you put Alphaeus one on top of the other, that's 20 of you Alphaeuses. 20. And Winry, do you know how many that is? That's about 15. And we're going to have to tell Nana that I can't talk to her right now because I'm talking to Winry and Alphaeus. So she'll have to call back. So, there are about 3,000 tiny teeth in its huge mouth. But the whale shark is a gentle, friendly giant. It eats only little fish and other small ocean creatures. And it's been known that underwater divers can even stand on them. Wouldn't that be amazing to go in this big ocean and stand on a whale shark as it's swimming? So it must be, even though it's a shark, it must be so gentle. That's amazing. So let's see if Nanny had any information. She already gave it. The last one is the largest reptile is the saltwater crocodile. It can grow as long as 30 feet. Do you know how many Alphaeuses that takes? Alphaeus, it will take 10 of you. And Winry, it'll take 7.5 of you. Do you know how many Monties that would take? 15 Monties to equal the length of a crocodile, a saltwater crocodile. And you know it can snap its huge jaws, so if it opens its mouth and it goes to snap on something, it could crush a big tree in half, a car in half, a house in half, a bus in half. It's so strong. But the muscles to open its jaws are not very strong. So, do you know what? I want to show you some pictures. So I want to show you a picture. It's really interesting. So it'll show you there's a crocodile in a country that he is called Brutus. Do you want to see Brutus? This is Brutus. Look how big he is. Let me see if I can get, see that? Oh, that's not even half of him out of the boat. And you know what? You see here? He's missing one of his legs. And they think it got chopped off by a shark when he was younger, but he is huge. His name is Brutus. And the next picture I'm going to show you, so this is like the mouth of a crocodile. And they say that, remember I said it's so strong that it can snap a tree in two, but its muscles to open its jaw are so weak that somebody can just hold its mouth just like that, take their hands and hold the bottom and the top mouth, and it can't open its mouth because its muscles are so weak. Isn't that interesting? Wow, that's interesting. All right, so that's my story about the sharks, and you have the video that you can ask Mommy to show you. Oh, let me check what's playing tomorrow night. What's on the agenda? Oh, you're gonna love this. Whoa, it's like 3 pages, 5 pages. I'm gonna be reading you a story tomorrow night about a very special animal. So, I hope you have a really good night's sleep, and tomorrow's an exciting day for many reasons. Do you know why? Because tomorrow is Mother's Day. So tomorrow you have to be extra special, nice and gentle and sweet, and the biggest helpers for Mommy because it's Mother's Day. And Mommy is going to be very busy with Monty, so you need to help her and to be very sweet to her. And I know that, Winry, I saw something that you would have drawn for Mommy, and that's so sweet. And the other exciting thing about tomorrow is you're going to the ranch. So, oh, no. The second most exciting thing is we're going to do a Zoom meeting. Remember, where you get to see Grampy and Auntie Lynn and Nanny and so many people on the screen. And maybe you can even sing a song tomorrow for Nanny and Grammy that'll be on the phone, and Mommy that'll be on the computer. And then after that, the other really exciting thing is you're going to the ranch. So you're going to go spend a couple of days at the ranch. It'll be so exciting. And as promised, Nanny's going to do her bedtime reading for you, and you'll be able to do it at the ranch tomorrow night. So I pray that you have a really good night's sleep, and that Mommy and Daddy get a really good night's sleep again with Monty, and that you all have sweet dreams, and that I know that God is going to place his angels over you. And we want to pray right now. Agree with me right now that God is going to give Mommy some strength, some rest. She's very tired, and you know what? When Monty feeds from Mommy and he takes all that milk, he's taking a lot of her energy and her nutrients from her body, so her body is not feeling as strong as it normally would. So we have to pray that Mommy's body gets rejuvenated and refreshed and energized, and that Mommy feels much better, and she gets a good rest at the ranch, because you're going to be so busy with everybody else, with Grandma and Grandpa and everybody else, and go out and get the eggs from the chickens and watch the cows and maybe ride the horses, so that Mommy will have time to rest. So have sweet dreams. You know what's coming. So many Nanny kisses, because Nanny misses you so much, and she wishes she was there, and she would smother your faces and your body, even out face with all your markers on your body. I would kiss every part of you. So Nanny sends her kisses to Alphaeus, to Winry, to Monty, and have a good night's sleep, and Nanny will see you tomorrow. Bye.